So this is going to be a non-spoiler review, but it's going to be broken up into two parts. Super, super non-spoiler, and then soft non-spoiler, if that makes any sense.
Interesting.
Yeah, because we got the IMDb in front of us, and I realized that there might be people in this movie you don't realize are in the movie. I don't want to spoil any of that if you want absolutely zero spoilers, and you just want like the general feeling because you didn't watch our YouTube short. Fast X. The latest Fast and Furious installment in the Fast Saga. I'm JABYBHAI, joined by ACHARAJI Kirk.
What's up? Thanks
so much for joining us. I have watched all the Fast and Furious films up to now, and the last two, honestly, didn't really stick with me all that much.
No.
It definitely got bigger and louder and all that, but for some reason, like after Fast 7, it didn't quite have the same magic for me. It was just like, okay, that's just another continuance of this really silly male soap opera. But this one won me. It won me over. Even though there were moments in there that I found, for lack of a better word, just boring. The overall picture, I really enjoyed, and I would go back and watch this again.
I definitely had fun with it. I felt like the writers, the producers, the creators of this movie went through a checklist of like, what are the Fast and Furious tropes that we think fans would like to see in this?
Yeah.
And then they ticked off every single one. Was it absolutely ridiculous at points? Yes. But hello, it's Fast and the Furious. Like, what did you expect?
Yeah.
So as long as like you're a fan and you kind of have an idea of what you might be getting, you're getting that and then some.
I would argue that this might have the best villain of all the Fast and Furious films. And you don't know that looking at the trailer. Jason Momoa in the trailer did not actually win me over. I just went anyway because it's a fast movie. But then I get there and I'm like, oh my God, like he steals the show like nobody's business. He's a really, really, really good villain, and he's absolutely himself, which makes me wonder if he's a villain in real life.
Well, he's just like, he's super fun, kind of crazy.
This is not a spoiler, I don't think, because I think everybody knows this before they go into the film. There is another film coming, another Fast and Furious film coming.
I think from what I heard, I had a conversation with our friend Wendy after the screening, and she said, in fact, there are two more coming.
I thought they said two more last time. Okay. Well, anyway.
Listen, they're going to keep milking these as long as we keep watching them,
Sure.
and they keep making money. So, you know, they're going to stretch out the end.
All I'm trying to drive at is that the way that this concludes, it's like very, very clear that this is not the whole story.
Honestly, when it ended, I didn't feel like I was gypped in any way.
No.
You know what I mean? I was
definitely not.
I was just like, oh, okay, we've reached the end of this. That's okay. I'm looking forward to the next one now.
I want to go into like soft. I said soft non-spoiler, but I mean soft spoiler, in terms of like the people in the cast list that you can see in IMDb. So it's not like this information's not out there. It hasn't been out there. It's out there. But if you don't want to know who's in the cast at all, then this is the time for you to exit and say la vie. So we'll see you in the next part.
See you later. Enjoy the film.
Yeah, Brie Larson is in this, and
we knew that from the trailer.
I don't even remember her in the trailer.
I'm pretty sure I saw her in the trailer.
I don't remember that. Jordana Brewster's in this. I mean, we probably saw her in the trailer, and Jason Statham.
Listen, the family is here. They literally.
Brie Larson hasn't been here before.
No, she's not.
I actually liked her in this, and I liked her more in this than I did in Captain Marvel. I guess the bar for me is really low with Captain Marvel. I just didn't like her in that movie at all. But when I've seen her otherwise, I've enjoyed her, and I enjoyed her, here. I thought she was actually a nice addition to the saga. Now, you were saying that she felt a lot like Captain Marvel for you.
A little bit. Sometimes when I see Brie Larson in action films, I still can't quite buy her. Whereas, I really enjoy her in, indie drama films.
Charlize Theron reprises her role here, and you can see in the trailer that she's got some action sequences. And it actually makes me excited for more Charlize Theron just in Hollywood in general.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's really cultivated this action female heroine thing in Hollywood, and I think that really works for her.
You know what? Speaking of the action though, I, of course, enjoyed all of the car stunts and craziness, but the action that I enjoyed the most was the CQC stuff that was happening. I thought that was really cool.
I think you just mean hand-to-hand combat, but sure.
Well, yeah, the hand-to-hand combat, okay, fine. What do I know? But yes.
CQC is just a very specific thing, but go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the hand-to-hand combat looked very nice, and I enjoyed it, yes.
Yeah. Vin Diesel inadvertently elicited some laughs in the theater. And I think that's just par for the course. I don't know if he realizes that that's happening when people go to watch Fast and Furious films. But like, there are moments where it's like, Vin Diesel.
Well,
you know what I mean?
you know, like sometimes when people were laughing, and obviously because we were at like an advanced screening, right?
Sure.
And I'm thinking, I wonder if anyone from the production or if they're taking notes, because I don't think that part was supposed to be funny.
Sure.
But so many people were laughing. But then there were bits which were like, oh no, this is actually supposed to be funny. And people were laughing.
Again, I just want to highlight the fact that Jason Momoa did a fantastic job here. He's probably my favorite villain in the entire Fast franchise, in the entire saga. Like, I just think he did such a really good job of being this likable villain.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like how you like to watch the Joker. The Joker stole the show in The Dark Knight. It's very well possible that a lot of people are going to come away from this film with saying that Jason Momoa stole the show.
I liked Han. I always like Han though. Even when he's not doing a lot, just when he's on screen, I'm like,
yeah.
Han, I love you.
We have an actor named Leo Albello Perry who plays little Brian. And I thought he was another great addition to the film.
Yes.
He does a fantastic job of being this kid that you kind of are looking at this world through his eyes in a way in certain moments because of his fascination with everything. You're also fascinated in a similar manner, and it kind of makes you feel like a kid looking at what's going on, which is perfect. You know,
he was a really great casting choice. I feel like a lot was demanded of him. Like his character was put in some really scary situations, and he was giving me face. He was giving me emotions. I was like, kid, you're a pro. I love you.
Another person who probably stole the show was John Cena. I think that everything that John Cena has been cultivating in Hollywood recently, it works so effectively for this movie. You're getting a similar vibe that you would get sort of with something like Peacemaker or the Suicide Squad. It's a very similar kind of behavior, not crass, but just a similar sort of attitude. And I like that guy in this movie. He's so much fun to hang out with.
What they really succeed at, because when you look at this, it is like a multi-starrer movie. They've got some really big stars everywhere.
Yeah.
But somehow they make it work,
Yeah.
you know, where this person gets significant screen time. We're enjoying time with them. We're enjoying time with this person. Sometimes you might not enjoy as much. But overall, I thought that, you know, they did a really good job of trying to balance like the spotlight on each of these cool characters that they're bringing back.
Yeah, the only thing I wish they would do is make Vin Diesel get hurt sometimes, because he just doesn't ever.
Or his car.
And his car keeps respawning in this movie. It's the weirdest thing. Like, his car will get wrecked and then I'll have another one that's like the exact same car. Oftentimes he's in these situations that are obviously impossible, doing impossible things, but then you just cut to Vin Diesel going that, and then it works according to the movie.
Which movie did you think you were watching? This is Fast and the Furious.
I don't mind him surviving things that is on par with Indiana Jones surviving a nuclear blast in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Okay. That's fine. There's no part of him that is like, there's zero consequence. Like, absolutely none. And I think that's what contributes to the exhausting part of the film sometimes, and Fast and Furious in general. If your characters don't get hurt and they don't show signs of having been in some kind of a sequence where they might have died. Charlize Theron and Jason Momoa both show more damage than anybody else.
And Michelle Rodriguez too.
Kind of. Yes. Kind of. But more so Jason Momoa and Charlize Theron. And I just wish they applied similar principles to the main characters, where it's like, if they get hurt, that shows itself later on to some degree.
The only way that Dominic Toretto gets hurt is by emotional damage, by going through the family.
Emotional damage!
There were definitely many moments in this film where I started feeling logic trying to creep in at the back of my brain, and I literally had to be like, stop that. Go away.
There are plenty of contrivances in this film. You just go with it.
Yeah.
You just go with it, and
you go
have
along
fun.
For the ride, and it's fun.
And if you're not having fun when you watch this, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
And so, again, I would watch this, 2-3 more times just for Jason Momoa. He stole the show. Him and John Cena, they both stole the show. And I can't wait for the next installment. Like, I'm looking forward to more Fast 11 and whatever
whatever names they come up for it going forward.
Make sure you don't leave the movie. I don't know why people leave the movie. People got up and left as soon as the credits hit, and I'm just like, I feel like we've all been conditioned by Marvel films to not leave right away. There's nothing at the very, very end. There's no stinger, but there is a mid-credit scene that you need to stay for. So don't miss that when you go to watch this film.
Yeah.
Anyway, hope you guys have a good time as much as we did. Thanks for hanging out. I'm JABYBHAI. This is
ACHARAJI.
Peace out.